Hello and welcome back to the Mauldin High Broadcast Network. For Mauldin taking on Bowling Springs for their final non-region game of the season. Mauldin's last week coming off a win against Carolina, 48-13, going up their win streak to 2 games. And Bowling Springs has lost every game so far this season. They're 0-4. Been shut out in 2 of those games. Played Spartanburg as we did. They lost 52-7. And played Hillcrest, who will be playing next week. Lost into 37-0. Dorman 38-0. So not a good look for Bowling Springs this season so far. So Mauldin's got another chance at winning another game tonight, which will extend our winning streak 2-3 if we can win tonight, which will help us out in a lot of the confidence going into Hillcrest next week. And we do play Hillcrest at home. It will be the only game. Don't play Hillcrest twice in the past 2 years, so one and done. We'll see how well. Well, Hillcrest goes to Johanna. Woodmont comes here, and then we'll travel to JL Man for the final game of the season. So there is a very good chance that we could be making the playoffs this year. Austin Mauldin is led by the 2 recruits on defense, Jaden Lucas, 5-star committed to Clemson, and Deuce Caldwell, 3-star committed to North Carolina. And then there are a bunch of other players on Mauldin who will be key factors thrown out through the season. Just Fred Pearson and Aaron Bowens on the defensive side. Both are juniors. Both will take over the duties that Deuce and Jaden have done this year. In the past 2 years, they will take over that. And, of course, the offensive side, David Shear and Emory Watson, 2 quarterbacks. Both will probably get playing time. David Shear did get injured last game. He came back on, but he didn't play a lot. So see how well he is. Yeah, we do play a lot of our defensive players on offense, so see how well on our offensive line is throughout this season. So, team still in the huddle is about to get ready for kickoff. Looks like Mauldin will be returning first. Looks like it's going to be Jaden Lucas and Kashawn Ray. Both back there. Now they're going to switch sides of the field. So Bowling Springs is going to be kicking off from the 40. It's going to be number 17, Caillou Touch, kicking off. Saw him in warm-ups. He was hitting around 45 yards in the warm-up, so he's got a pretty good leg.
Like the average.
And kicks away straight down on the right hash marks and picked up by Ray. He's going to say he's going to fumble a little bit, pick it back up, cut to the outside of the blocks. Get past the man, go past the 30, past 35, stiff arms, and gets tackled around the 38-yard line. So Mauldin's going to have pretty good field position. Just going to mark him up around the 39. Still a good field position for Mauldin. It's going to be Emory Watson starting once again. 2 receivers on each side. Kelvin on Watson's left or right, excuse me. Handoff to Kelvin. He's going to trip and fall. He'll fall right back to where the line of scrimmage was. He might actually lose a yard.
There's been rain the past 3 days, so the field might be a little slippery. See how the conditions go.
Same formation once again. Kelvin on Watson's right. Watson take a shotgun snap. Going to have to scramble out to his right. It's going to look. He's going to throw deep. It's going to be one-on-one. It's going to be caught by Jaden Lucas all the way down at the 25. Emory Watson, great way to get out of the pocket. Great throw and great catch by Jaden Lucas.
Great behind the shoulder grab by Jaden Lucas.
You know, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kelvin on Watson's right. Watson again taking a shot. He's going to look once again. It's going to go. He's got a man one-on-one coverage again. Hits the back of the helmet. It was intended for Aaron Bowen. It's going to hit the back of Karen Hines.
Corner didn't turn around there. If he turned around, he could have had an interception. But he just didn't turn around, couldn't find the ball.
Watson he's going to roll out to his left. It's on rollout. He's going to throw. He's got a man. It's Deuce Caldwell. Going to run up the middle, break 2 tackles. Throws a man off of him. Gets down to around. Oh, Bowling Spring, you say they made him fumble, but they're going to call him down around the 11.
This is just a hard guy to get down. Runs over people.
So the ball's going to be a little outside the 10, so it's going to be a first. Or actually, no, they're going to mark it in the 10, so it's going to be first and goal. Jay Luke's going to come on jet sweep. He's going to get a block. It's going to be a hold on Mauldin. Jaden's going to come back in. He flips over into the end zone, but the ball would come back. It's going to be a hold on Mauldin.
Flag on the play.
Just grabbed his whole jersey to give Jaden Lucas an opening right there.
Holding called against the Mavericks.
Also moving with the ball back to around 22, 23 actually. So it's going to be first. 2 receivers to each side. Kelvin on Watson's right. Keep an eye on a long ball coming out. We've gone deep twice already. Watson's going to look to his left. He's going to roll out right. He's going to try to take off. He's going to get up field, but get about 2.
Interrupting on the quarterback keeper. Number 25, Hudson Wilson.
Three receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Johnson on Watson's left. It's going to be hand off to Johnson. Johnson's going to hit. He's going to tug him by the jersey, pulling back right to the line of scrimmage. Now going to be 3rd and goal from the 20.
Number 33, Jackson Miller.
It's 3rd and goal on the
5
20.
wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Bowling Spring still trying to get set. Watson can look over to the sideline. There's no safety back right now. Kelvin comes in motion. Whistle blown. Looks like it's going to be a false start. It is going to be a false start. Let's move Mauldin back 5 yards. It's going to be a 3rd and goal from the 25.
Still 3rd down.
Same formation once again. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Johnson comes in motion once again behind Watson. And another flag comes in. It's going to be once again a false start. So it's going to move back to the 30 now. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 30. 3rd and 30. Once again, same formation. Johnson goes behind once again. Watson looks deep. Goes to Deuce Caldwell over his head, overthrown. There's a flag in the backfield.
For number 2, Deuce Caldwell. Flag on the play.
So our players are pointing our way, saying it should be a flag on them. Going to start moving the ball up. Call a face mask, so it's going to be illegal hands to the face on the defensive line. Let's move the ball up. So we get another shot at 3rd down now. So this time it's from the 25 again. All right. 2 to each side. Johnson on his right. Johnson's going to go over to the left now. Johnson's going to roll out left. He's been chased by 2 Bowling Springs. He's going to look deep. He's got Deuce Caldwell. Deuce catches it, stays in bounds. Gets in the end zone touchdown, and another flag comes in around the 16-yard line.
Number 2, Deuce Caldwell.
They're going to call a legal man downfield on Mauldin. So once again, we're going to try a 3rd down for the 5th time.
Mauldin's been notorious for like 6 penalties in the first quarter, like every game this year.
Mauldin has been penalized a lot this year. Usually just common mistakes. That's going to be called a timeout. 8-18, Mauldin still trying to 3rd down. I think right now it's here. We just got to run the ball up the middle, get a couple yards with Johnson, let Aiden come on. Just go ahead and get some points come on.
Our athletics trainers do it every day, helping student athletes stay in the game. Whether you're a serious athlete or a weekend warrior, Personal Health Orthopedics is here for you.
Team's coming back.
Health.org.
So we had ball at 30 once again. So 3rd and goal from the 30 for the 5th time. 2 series to each side. Johnson on Watson's right. Watson says shotgun. Looks deep. He's going to go to Jaden in double coverage. Jaden knocked down, and they're going to call pass interference on Bowling Springs. So it's going to be another 3rd down.
Penalties are flooding these first 4 minutes.
So pass interference 6th time. On just this play, there's been a penalty. Same formation again. 3rd and goal from the 15 now. Watson looks, going to go across the middle. Aaron Bones on a slant route. Aaron Bones walks in. No flags this time. Touchdown, Mauldin.
And he runs in the end zone, number 4, Aaron Bones.
Aiden Haynes going to come on for the kick now. Yeah, make it through. Aiden Haynes was out last week. Wasn't feeling well, so didn't want to take any risk with what's going on. But he is back today. Owen Colby took over last week. Did a pretty good job filling the shoes of Aiden Haynes. Special teams going to come on now. Hayden Hayden is going to be kicking the ball. We got one lone man back there standing around his 3. Hayden is coming up for the kick. Kicks away. Beauty down to around 2. He's going to catch it. Come back up past the 10. He's going to kick a couple blocks. Breaks through the middle. Gets through the middle. And finally gets tackled by Caden Brown all the way at the 40-yard line. So a great return set up them for good field position as we had. I see Bowling Springs going to come out. Got 2 receivers each side. Running back on the left. Flag comes in once again. Quarterback is Lincoln Hutsky. And he is a freshman, by the way, so. They're going to call offsides on Mauldin. Well, that's going to be a 1st and 5 at the 45. Cam Williams is going to be the running back. Williams is on the left side of Husky. Be a handoff right in the middle. Williams breaks a couple tackles. Aaron Bowens was there first. Got some help from Calon Ray.
Mavericks had a couple missed tackles on that. But finally ended up bringing him down after a gain of 5. But because of a false start, it was 1st and 5, so it gives them a 1st down.
I was going to move the ball up to the 50 and give them 1st down, so that's going to be 1st and 10 from midfield. Three to the left, 1 to the right. Going to look for the pass, going to look downfield. One-on-one coverage, overthrown. Intended for Karen Hines. Aaron Bowens was defending that play, so a little bit overthrown. Looking for a penalty, but called the ball uncatchable. Pushes to the left, 1 to the right. Be a fumble on the snap. We're going to pick it up behind the line. Looks like Bowling Springs just got it back, but that's going to move him back to the 46-yard line. That's going to be a 3rd and about 14.
Just a missed snap right there. Center and QB weren't on the same page. Well, hardly snapped.
So 3rd and 14. Same formation, once again, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Actually going to move Williams down to a little bit of a tight end spot. Ball's going to make a shift. Going to brawl out to the outside. Going to get sacked all the way back at the 35 by number 33, Caden Jeter.
Good movement right there by number 33. He went right where the ball was.
Well, now Bowling Springs punt team's going to come out. Well, Aaron Bones is going to be back deep. Kicks away. Going to bounce once. Aaron's going to pick it, or he's actually just going to fall on around the 28-yard line. So we're going to start our drive around our 20, actually mark around 20, I know, yeah, 27 actually. Watson coming out again. We got two receivers to each side. Pearson's going to make a late sub. So all our receivers are very close together right now. Hand off to Kelvin Johnson. Kelvin makes a move, gets to the outside, pass and tackled around the 44-yard line.
Kelvin's just so explosive. He gets through holes super quick and can just explode off into the distance.
Same formation once again. High snap's going to go to Kelvin. Kelvin's going to be tackled back around the 39.
Kevin Johnson brought down by number 35, Hudson Wilson.
Same formation once again. Watson's going to drop back. This time he's going to roll out to his left. And he gets sacked all the way back at the 26-yard line. Actually, I'm going to mark that up a little further up, actually. 29. Thursday to the left, one to the right. Johnson on Watson's left. And Watson's going to look deep, going to step up, roll out, get sacked once again, all the way back at the 20-yard line.
Just lost about 30 yards on 2 sacks.
Number 13, number 33,
not very good for our field position and on defense.
Looks like Haynes is going to be coming on for the punt. High snap. Haynes going to get a control of it. Punts away. Field around the 40. Breaks the tackle. Breaks another tackle. Breaks 2. Still breaking and gets tackled finally at the 46. A lot of movement for about a 1-yard return.
Nice punt right there by Aiden Hannis. Got it deep so we didn't have too bad a field position.
So Bowling Springs offense going to come back out. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Williams going to go on the right side of Husky. Going to hand off right up the middle. Husky breaks a few tackles, gets through the middle. He's carrying a Mauldin player down to around their 45-yard line.
Nice tackle right there by number 20, Josh Page. Wraps him up.
Two to the left, 2 to the right. Williams on the left side of Husky. Another handoff up the middle. And Deuce Caldwell's there. Throw him back, but he's going to forward progress. We'll mark him.
Nice tackle right there by Deuce. Filled the gap, just blew him up. He does that so well.
All right, 3 receivers each side. Williams on the right side of Husky. Come in motion across the middle. It's going to be Singleton. Look out. I try to get away to Singleton. It's going to be once again in the backfield. Get back there. Once again, Peyton Fisher brought the sack, but Bray Peterson brought the pressure.
Nice shift right there by the defensive shift to the right where they were trying to go. Quarterback had nowhere to go, ended up taking a sack. It's good by the linebackers.
My first year to the right, one to the left. Williams going to be on the right side. Well, Williams on the left side. Be a snap. Going to look out for a screen to Williams. Going to throw a screen to Williams. He's going to get out to the outside. Get a couple blocks. Get some room. Jaden Lucas knocks him out of bounds. But a big gain.
Ryan Gillette just got beat to the outside, or he would have been dead to right.
Well, they can give him the first down. Wow. So they're going to give him that first down. Three to the left, one to the right. Handoff up the middle. Mauldin finally gets a little bit of a stop there.
Handoff to number 15, Williams. Stop by number 21, Ryan Gillette.
We're going to Ryan Gillette to tackle. Oh, 3 to the right now, 1 to the left. Right side. Play action to Williams. Deuce Caldwell bringing pressure in the backfield. And a huge hit by Deuce Caldwell. That was actually Bray Peterson bringing the pressure, but Deuce Caldwell comes and gets a huge sack. A very hard one, too. It's going to ball back all the way to 40 for third down. First down's out of 26. So that's going to bring us to the end of the first. Mauldin currently leads 7-0.
That's the end of the first quarter with our score. Mauldin 7, Williams 0. Mary Vance, keep your eyes on the Mauldin offense this season. If they ever find the 20-yard line and enter the Depot Services red zone. Depot Services is not just a professional league. They're a leading provider of quality healthcare, commercial, and educational facilities. Find them online at depotservices.com or call.
So stats to finish off that first half. Mauldin and Emory Watson threw for 66 yards. Kelvin Johnson 4 rush for 14 yards. Emory Watson 1 rush for 3 yards. Jaden Lucas 1 catch, 36 yards. Deuce Caldwell 1 catch, 15 yards. Aaron Bowens 1 catch, 15 yards and a touchdown. Defense, we got Aaron Bowens, Caden Jeter, Peyton Fisher, Jaden Lucas, and Ryan Gillette all have 1 tackle. Josh Bates has 2, and Deuce has a tackle and a sack. Denver Bowling Springs, Lincoln Huskies 1 for 2 for 16 yards. Cam Williams 3 rushes, 16 yards. Also has a catch for 16. flag's going to come in. It's going to be a false start. Move ball back to the 45. Nothing. 8 penalty. I've been 9 penalties called this whole game. 7 have been on Mauldin. So he's going to come out. Nobody in the backfield. It's got 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and tight end. I should put Cam Williams as tight end again. Going to bring pressure off the edge. He's going to step up, take off and run with it. He's going to throw a little. It's going to be knocked away. A great play by Ryan Ledick. Knocked the play as he tried to create something.
Number 21, Ryan Gillette.
Great job to put his hands up right there to deflect the pass.
I'm going to send Aaron Bowens back deep to return the punt, second punt tonight for Bowling Springs. So punts, very line drive, opposite side of Aaron Bowens, going to bounce out around the 16-yard line. Mauldin's going to start 16-yard line.
Defense did a great job so far in the first quarter of stopping them, not allowing any big plays. A couple penalties have stopped our offense, really. But other than that, we've looked good.
Well, 2 running backs going to be Deuce and Kelvin. Deuce is going to get the handoffs and get out to the outside, knock out around the 24-yard line, and about a gain of 8. Second race once again, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Hand off to Johnson this time. Going to go to the outside far. Gets a couple blocks. He's going to use that speed he has. And ball really over him, man. Around to the 30, middle of 38, 39-yard line.
Kelvin's just got that great speed, accelerates to the outside, and just gets upfield quick.
First down, 39. Same formation once again. We got 2 to the right this time. We got Deuce on the left, Kelvin on the right. Be a handoff to Kelvin. He's going to go up the middle. Hurdle over him, man. He's going to get a couple. He's going to get around 9 yards. A great run right there. Calvin Jackson once again. Same formation once again. And Watson's going to look deep. He's going to throw out, try to dive and make the catch. Was intended for Caden Brown. It looked like he was looking for Jaden Lucas at first. Jaden was covered very tightly, so he tried to go on the check down right.
Avery Watson took a really big hit there. Deuce is fixing his shoulder pad for him.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left, same formation, backfield. Hand off to Deuce Caldwell. Deuce is going to bounce to the outside. He's going to get past the first down, past the 50. Going to cut back inside. Flag comes in. He gets down to 35. It's going to be a holding once again on Mauldin. It's going to be the 8th penalty on Mauldin this game. 11 penalties total, 3 on Bowling Springs. So that's going to move ball back to around the 42. That's going to be about a 3rd and 8 now. Three to the left, 1 to the right. Johnson in the backfield on Watson's left. They're showing blitz right now. Got two people on the edge. Both are showing blitz. Switch sides now. Going to bring a blitz. Watson's going to have no time at all. Going to be number 28, Calvin Jackson, once again. Has made every tackle on this drive.
Emory Watson has really been in the grass tonight. Already been sacked 3 times. Offensive line just not holding up.
This will be a 4th and about 11. Another punt from Mauldin. Aiden Haynes. They're both standing around their own 25. Aiden Haynes punts it. He's going to shank that punt. Ball's going to bounce. Get a little bit of a Mauldin roll at least. And goes out at the 38. So that's not something you see from Aiden Haynes very often, a shank punt. He comes off the field saying, my bad. Knows he messed up. Not something you see very often from Aiden.
Fans, as a reminder, members of Church Council are coming through the stands with budget to collect donations. With all donations going directly
I think it was just a low snap. He couldn't get a real good grip on the ball, and that affected his toss-up, affected his punt.
Two to the right, two to the left. Williams on his left. Big handoff. Deuce Caldwell is right there. He's going to tackle him right back at the line of scrimmage. The running back's now going to be Jeremiah Thomas, who's listed as a D lineman, but he's playing running back. So, same formation once again. Thomas on the right side of McKinney. High snap goes over the head, run, and falls on it back around the 32-yard line. He got that little bit of a time after Ryan Gillette. He could have had that. So now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 21.
There's just been a couple miscommunications between the center and the quarterback tonight. They've had a couple drop snaps, including that one.
3rd down, 22 to each side. Williams on the left. Play action, going to go quick on a screen route. Josh Page and Deuce Caldwell both helping out on the tackle.
Another great defensive possession by Mauldin. They're just stopping them hardcore right now. Led by Deuce Caldwell. Man is balling out right now.
So it's going to be 4th 20. Aaron Bowens once again back to return. Low snaps, we need a hold of it. Yeah, good a punt. It's going to bounce it around 38. Aaron Bowens going to pick it up around 38. He's going to get to the outside. And he's going to knock out of bounds around the 46, 44. Going to mark him. Oh, Mauldin finally has good field position once again. Still only up 7-0. Watson, have one receiver to each side. Melvin and Johnson and Deuce, both sides. We need Bowens and Lucas, the receivers. Gonna hand off to Kelvin. Kelvin's gonna make a move outside and move up around to the 41. So about a 3-yard gain there.
Got as much right now as he got as many yards as he could right there. It was just bundled up.
And Fred Pearson, he's going to go on the slide, left side, two to the left, one to the right. Deuce and Kelvin on both sides of only pressing here. Watson's going to look. He's going to go one-on-one to Aaron Bowens. Slightly overthrown for Aaron Bowens. Tried to lay out for it. Just slightly overthrown.
Number 13, Josiah Ward.
Two shoots each side. Johnson on the right side of Watson. They're throwing inside Jalen Lucas. Good throw, good catch. Jalen Lucas going to bring that ball around to the 29, going to get a first down.
That was a great right there. And a great throw by Emery Watson. Just hit him right on the money. Great catch by Jaden Lucas.
Pass complete to number 8, Peyton Brown. At the Woodcrafters bring to a first down.
So right, going to hand off to Deuce Caldwell. Deuce going to go on the outside. He's going to got two blockers. Cut back on the end. Back around the 18-yard line. Are they going to give him the first? They are going to give him the first down. And the two switches to the left, one to the right. Two running backs still, Kelvin and Deuce. Off's going to hand off. Kelvin's going to go on the outsides. And he had a block. He's going to go out to the outside. He's got a couple of men to block. Cuts back in. Touchdown. Runs over a man to get into the end zone. 17-yard touchdown run from Kelvin Johnson.
You can just see the acceleration right there. He turns upfield so quickly. That's what's given him so much success this year. Just such a fast player. So dangerous in the open field.
Aiden Henderson to come off of the PAT. Sheer holding. And just makes it good easily. So Mauldin goes up 14-0. A little under 5 left in the second. What? Hey, Hannes coming on for another kick. Kicks away. He caught around the 2. He fumbles it around the 2. He's going to be Mauldin picks up around the 5. Tackled all the way back at the 3-yard line. Caden Brown, or not Caden Brown, excuse me. It's going to be Torrey Henderson. He usually plays running back. He's going to get his tackle all the way back, 4-yard line. So terrible field position for Bowling Springs. Time for Mauldin to capitalize.
The way our defense is playing, this isn't looking very good for Bowling Springs right now.
Bowling Springs starts at their own 5-yard line.
1-yard line. They come out in shotgun. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Or right, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Williams on the right side. Mauldin's showing pressure. High snap. It's going to be caught up quickly. 5 orange jerseys there in a hurry.
Just a great job of crashing the middle and just giving the running back nowhere to go at all. I mean, all we saw was orange.
Ball at 3 off a 2-yard loss. Same formation again. And again, come out in shotgun. High snap once again. He's going to look to the left side. He's going to go one-on-one coverage. Jaden Lucas. He falls, but he falls incomplete.
That was waiting to be an interception right now. Jaden Lucas didn't get tripped up. Another miscommunication by the center and quarterback. Another high snap.
A 3rd down by 10. Receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Williams on the left side. Otto showing pressure again. Deuce Caldwell. Timeout, Bowling Springs. Talk this over before they go. We got 3rd and 12.
Timeout, Bowling Springs. Mauldin High School has a proud athletic tradition, and the way to see that tradition is largely supported by the Mauldin High School Athletic Booster Club. When you join, depending on the level you choose, benefits can include priority football parking, special gate access, and entry to regular season home games for all sports. There's over 200 events. More information on how to join, check out the Booster Club page on the Upper High
No, I
School,
just Peyton, go. Peyton.
on Facebook.
Peyton, go. Peyton, go. A 3rd down and 12 from 2-yard or 3-yard line. 2 receivers to each side now. Williams on the left. And we got a chance to get a safety. We will get the safety. 3 jerseys there. Mauldin gets a safety. Great play. Great defensive job right there. So that's going to bring the score to 16-0, and we will be getting the ball right now.
Just another great play by our defense. They are playing absolutely lights out right now, giving Bowling Springs no option whatsoever how to run their offense.
Nobody wants to win the mark, but a run is exactly what you'll have at the concession stands at halftime.
So they're going to be punting from their 20.
Sandwiches from Mauldin on West Butler Road. That way you can get back to your seat faster and not miss another minute of tonight's game.
I did. Marcus came in the halves, got us like at the door, like asking why we were going up. We couldn't go up. They were like showed us our media passes, and then Andrew went, "He's not with us," and they wouldn't let him.
So kickoff from the 20. Bowen's back. Caught by Lucas. Lucas on the run. Picks up, get a couple block pass before he trips. Tackle around the 46-yard line.
Number 5, Jaden Lucas on the return for the Mavericks.
Again, you go for 2 running backs. Deuce on the right, or Deuce on the left, Kelvin on the right.
What?
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
It's looking like I'm considering.
Gonna hand off to Kelvin. Kelvin's gonna break a couple tackles. They're gonna throw him down around 38. Get about an 9-yard gain actually. Two to the right, 1 to the left. High snap's gonna hand off to Deuce Caldwell. Deuce gonna go to the outside. Making man miss, breaks out, spins, gets around 30. Very awkwardly tackled, but gets up around 27-yard line.
Deuce just threw one of the defenders off, spin moving to another. Got to take it down. Explosive speed though.
Two running backs once again, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. High snap, hand off Deuce Caldwell. Deuce powers his way about 4 yards.
Number 2, Deuce Caldwell on the carry. Number 33, Jackson Miller on the tackle.
Sub Deuce off now. When Jaden come back in, get 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Johnson on Watson's right, or left, excuse me. Johnson gonna take a snap and shotgun. Look, Aaron Bowen's way. He's got a man. Touchdown, Aaron Bowen's perfect pass from Watson. 24 yards easily. Aaron Bowen's his first receiving touch, or second receiving touchdown of the year.
Aaron Boone just blew right by the defender right there. That's too easy. Great throw by Emery Watson to make it his second touchdown throw of the game. Offense is rolling.
Aiden Hayes going to come on for his third PAT. Makes it. Flag comes in.
The extra point attempt is no good.
Oh, personal foul on Bowling Springs. But another try at the field goal. Or extra point.
PAT was no good though, so it gives us another shot at it.
Hayes lay through that one, and we'll make that one. Mauldin brings the lead 23-0. With 2 minutes, 33 seconds left. Haynes going to.
Yeah, we gotta say. When do you think the coaches are gonna make the press box? They usually will early, don't they? No, they usually
Haynes comes up for the kickoff. Kicks away. He's going to. Caught around 7. Once again, Mustard. This one picks up, gets through the middle. Gets a couple blocks, actually. He's going to get tackled around 27. I think he's muffed every single kick return.
Special teams has done a great job tonight of not giving Bowling Springs good field position.
So first attempt from 27.
Bowling Springs brings in a new quarterback.
Going Wildcat now. Sacramento Nails going to come in. Rikivius Wingo.
It's an awesome day.
What is it?
Rikivius Wingo. 2 receivers to each side. Flag comes in. 12th flag thrown on the game.
It's been like 7 false starts tonight, putting both teams. They can't keep the yellow flags in their pockets.
All right, first and 15 from the 22. Same formation once again. Wingo's got Williams to his left. Hand off to Williams. Williams breaks a couple tackles, gets to the outside. Deuce Caldwell. First one there, and another flag comes in.
Make that another flag on the play.
Move the ball up, see what the call. Move the ball all the way up to the 34. Call a personal foul on Mauldin.
Personal foul called against the Mavericks. That brings up the third down.
I don't know where that personal foul came. I didn't see anything.
2 to each side. Wingo in shotgun. Gonna have Williams on his right. Stopping shotgun play actually going to go on the screen. Low snap and a hard hit by Aaron Bowens. Sorry, they didn't actually get a first down tap penalty, so it's going to be 4th.
Brings up, that's a 3 and out without a penalty. Mauldin takes his first time out.
I'm going to take a timeout at 1:49. We'll have to go in the first half. They're going to put Ray and Bowens back. Go for the 2-man on punt return. Ray's going to go to the left. Bowens on the right. Bones are racing around the 40-yard line. Gets away from around 20. Ray is going to catch her around 38. He's going to go out to the outside. Got a couple blocks to spin. Brace a tackle, gets past the 50, cuts back in. Tripped up, falls forward to the 34-yard line. So another great return by the Mauldin special teams. 1 minute, 33 seconds. Mauldin's got to go to 34 yards.
That was a great return, breaking tackles, spinning through the defense.
We just picked that. We got 2 left. We got 2 left, too. So 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Johnson on the left of Watson. Deuce Caldwell on a little comeback route. Making the miss, going to roll over, man. They're going to throw a flag. Deuce's helmet came off. We'll have to be off for a play. 15th penalty. Flags came in from both sides. See if they were going to be the same thing. Now Mauldin pointing our way. Rush still in a huddle. Comes the call. And a call a face mask. That's going to move the ball up 15 yards. Marked at the 15-yard line. 1 minute, 26 seconds left. Two to each side now. Got Johnson on his left. The lock starts. Colleton coming most in jet sweep to Caldwell. Caldwell cuts back inside. It's through the middle into black zone. Tackled around the 7-yard line. It'll be about a 9-yard gain for Deuce.
That was a nice jump cut right there by Deuce to get upfield. Just at the 6-yard line.
So, do a draw play. Kelvin Johnson easily gets into the end zone. Kelvin Johnson, second touchdown of the game.
Great play design by the offense right there. Kelvin Johnson had all day to run. They thought it was a pass. The defense was fooled. PAT will make it 30-0 in the first half.
Jones up 77 yards. Average 7 yards a carry, a little over 7 yards a carry. 10 for 77 right now. Haynes coming on. Looks like they're going to. Haynes going to make that. Looks like they went off sides. No penalty though. Doesn't matter. So it's going to be 30-0. 51 seconds left. Bowling Springs will get the ball first at the half, so if they can get something going here. They're just going to come on with fourth kickoff. Fifth kickoff. Little lone man back to center out score. Haynes comes up. Thinks he's going to little boost. Going to be caught around 19-yard line. Honestly, come up. Lucas Dominic. Lucas Dominic gets to catch. Another flag comes in.
Number 19, Spencer Ison on the return for the Bulldogs. Flag on the play.
Might be the
Hudson
15th
Wilson.
flag of the night.
16th flag.
16th. Add more to that. I mean, by the end of the night, we might as well have 30 flags thrown.
We're going to move the ball back, so it is going to be most likely a hold. They call face mask on bowling strength. That's going to move about 15 yards out to the 12-yard line. The 11 one to the right. Williams on the left side. Ringo. I'm going to look to the right, going to look short. Come back to the ball. Deuce Caldwell is there. They try to get control of it. Deuce came off with the hit. Incomplete. Second down and 10.
Deuce Caldwell has been all over the field tonight, making plays left and right. It's a great stop right there.
We're going to look on one-on-one coverage. The ball overthrown.
That's a great no call. Mauldin still has 3 timeouts left. They can still score. They stop him right here. Get good field position.
You're going to come in 2 to each side. Williams on his left. Going to come up, try to escape some of the pressure. Going to throw short. Deuce Caldwell knocks it away. Almost intercepted. Hit the shoulder pad of Deuce Caldwell. That's going to give a 4th down. Clock's going to stop because of the incompletion. They got 35 seconds. Ball's got 2 timeouts. Once again, go for 2.
Great play again by Deuce Caldwell. Almost intercepted at the 10-yard line.
Punting comes on. It's going to be Ray and Bowens back. Around on both. Bowens around 42. Going to go out to the right side. He's going to fake it. He's going to go to the outside. Chased by Josh Page. He's going to get past Page. He's going to get a first down all the way down to the 24-yard line. Good play call there by Bowling Springs.
Dang, that punter's kind of fast, low-key. That man was zooming.
So that run brings him up. So their punter now has more rushing yards than the entire team has all game long.
That punter is blazing fast, bro. That might be the best play all night by Bowling Springs. Their punters out here making plays.
There you go. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Got a tight end. Going to come back to the right side. He's going to bring huge pressure. Gets away from 1. It's not going to be get away from the second. It's not going to be there once again.
Number 15 brought down by number 23, Brady Peterson.
Peterson gets sacked, so it's going to let the clock run out.
What a great half.
And clock runs out, brings an end to the first half. Mauldin leading 30-0. Bowling Springs will receive the second half kickoff. Right now, we got Emory Watts is 6 for 8, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. Rushing side, Kelvin Johnson, 10 rushes, 77 yards, 2 touchdowns. Emory Watson, 1 rush, 3 yards. Deuce Caldwell, 5 rushes, 40 yards. Receiving, you got Jaden Lucas, 2 catches, 51 yards. Deuce Caldwell, 2 catches, 21 yards. Aaron Bowens, 2 catches, 39 yards, 2 touchdowns. Defensive side, Aaron Bowens, 2 tackles. Caden Jeter, 1 tackle. Josh Page, 3 tackles. Deuce Caldwell, 4 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. A sack, 2 PBUs. Playing Fisher has a sack. Jaden Lucas has a tackle. Ryan Gillette has a tackle and a PBU. Bray Peterson got that final sack there. Bowling Springs, Lincoln Husky went 1 for 3, 16 yards. Wingo 0 for 4. Cam Williams got 14 yards. Then the punter got 1 rush, 17 yards. Cam Williams, the only receiver to make the catch. 1 catch, 16 yards. Calvin Johnson's got 3 tackles, 1 sack. And Jeremiah Thomas had their big 39-yard return. So we'll take a break right quick and come back for the halftime report in just a moment.
Hello and welcome back to the Mauldin High Broadcast Network. It is Andrew Baxley and Ben Coggins back here at Freeman Field for the Gilder Search Group halftime report. And we will be talking about what has been a back and forth game, in particular for the Mauldin offense. That's really the only back and forth, really. The defense has been perfect all game. Bowling Springs has been terrible all game, and that is why we are sitting at a 30-0 lead for your Mauldin Mavericks. Ben, what you think about the first half?
Well, the defense, everything is advertised tonight. The big names, obviously, Jaden Lucas, Deuce Caldwell, they've had very solid games, but even when you go a little deeper, the Aaron Bowens, the Caden Jeters, the Josh Pages, they've had all around the horn been a solid defensive performance. Offense looked a little shaky early that first drive. Several pieces of laundry being thrown out on the field. Don't like to see that much penalties on the offense. But they got it together as the game went on. Emery's looked great tonight, especially rolling out. I love the way he rolls out and gets the ball downfield. He's thrown for 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. So all around the horn, it's been a very solid first half from this Mauldin Mavericks football team.
Yeah, and you mentioned the smaller names, or not the smaller names, but the maybe not as well known names. Not the Jaden Lucas, not the Randy Caldwell, but Ryan Jalektic has really stood out to me in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Number 21, the linebacker. He's had countless tackles. He's been in there in the backfield, pressuring the quarterback even when he's not bringing them down. He's just been a nuisance to the offensive line and for the so it's been good, especially in the second quarter. They started really slow, and I thought to myself, is this 2021 Mauldin football or 2018 Mauldin football?
Oh, yeah.
And I thought maybe this would be a learning game for Emery Watson, but maybe he's never going to have one of those because I've been on the Emery train since day one, and he is an awesome quarterback. I love watching Emery play, and I love that they've somewhat broken the new quarterback every year thing and sticking with Emery for a couple of games. But as Ben said, 111 yards on 6 of 8 passing and 2 touchdowns. The thing that Emery brings that David doesn't is when the offensive line breaks down, Emery is already out of the pocket. Most of these plays are bootleg plays where Emery can throw it or he can go ahead and take off, much like a Cleveland Browns offense. When they obviously don't have the best offensive line, just like Mauldin doesn't, and that's why they have to implement this type of offense.
Yeah, I got to say real quick, it's so nice to be back in this environment. I love college, but, man, I miss this.
Yeah.
Friday night lights here at Freeman Field. Exactly how I left it, except for the off-centered sign on the gymnasium. I can't get over
Fix that, please.
Come on.
Fix that.
But, no, I really miss this place. I miss this atmosphere, and, it's great to be back on the mics.
Yep. It's just a great atmosphere, and it's an atmosphere that not only we've missed in the 3 months of college, but we missed all of last year due to the COVID-19. It's
Absolutely.
great to see not like just students at all, because there was maybe 2 rows of students last year, but now we've got the whole section just about packed out. And
even then they were supposed to be on the hill.
Yep, and they were never on the hill.
They didn't do that.
They didn't do
were
that.
supposed to be.
It's just great to have fans back in here. It's turning into a cliche because everyone says it every football game this year, but it is great to have the fans back.
Absolutely. How about seeing our man Kevin De Silva running up and down the sidelines? He's
Huge shout out to Kevin. He is really making a name for himself. Whether it's KD Productions or working with a social media team on the football team, it's great to see Kevin doing what he loves, and he's doing a great job. If you don't follow the Mauldin Mavericks Instagram or Twitter page, make sure you check them out because Kevin is doing a great job running that account, and you'll see great videos, pictures, interviews, all that stuff over there. If you're interested in getting closer to the Mauldin Maverick football team, make sure you check that out. Kevin does a great job with that.
We might not have a Dutch Fork Dorman type football program, but we have the best Instagram, Twitter, social media in the land.
And we've only had it for 2 months, and it's already better than all of them.
It's crazy what Kevin's done to the program. The hype videos, the recap videos, the practice highlights, stuff like that. You just don't see it anywhere else in high school football. It's really, really cool to watch and see our good friend run all this, and
especially considering we were there when he first started this.
Exactly, yeah.
When he had that video with Jameson, at Pittman Park.
Yep.
And now it's grown to this. Just love to
I would
see
like
Kevin
to say
doing what he
I was
loves.
one of his first hype videos, I guess you could say. Came to a golf tournament, got some nice shots of me. But it's been awesome being out here and getting to see all these familiar faces. Love seeing, especially Deuce Caldwell, man. I love watching Deuce Caldwell play.
God,
I can't get over it.
I cannot wait to see Deuce Caldwell play for my college football team in North Carolina 2 to 3 years. That man is going to be a beast. He's gotten so much bigger in the summer that we didn't get to see him. Just imagine how much bigger he is going to get. And you have to remember, this is his first year. He's 4.5 games into playing linebacker. And he is already the best linebacker on this team and one of the best ones in the state. Just imagine how much better he's going to get working with Coach Mac Brown and all the great linebackers that North Carolina has. Look at that guy. He's got 2 girls with him. Oh, is that Mr. Peak?
Peak.
Shout out Mr. Peak. Real ladies, man.
You'd love to see it. If you didn't already know, this game is the homecoming game here at Mauldin High School. So it's kind of appropriate that we're back this week.
Homecoming, yep. I didn't even plan that.
It just happened, man.
It just happened that we wanted to see this game. Is that the winner? Oh, no, that was not the winner. Waiting to hear who the winner of this homecoming vote.
And now, to present this year's runner-up in homecoming queen, the Mauldin High School principal, Mr. John Michael Peak, and the class of 2020 homecoming queen, Austin Bain. The 2021 second runner-up.
It is kind of weird that they're not like letting it's not the student council who's doing it right now.
I know.
Who's that?
I don't know. Is that Flood?
That's
That's not Flood. That is his identical twin.
It kind of looks like Caroline Sims. Obviously it's not her, but it looks a little bit like her.
Yeah.
I bet it's Kylie that one.
And finally, the class of 2021 homecoming queen is Miss Deja Garcia.
And after the conclusion of the homecoming ceremonies, clock says 3 minutes and 40 seconds until second half is going to start. But I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit more just because neither team has made their way back to the field just yet. So I guess me and Ben will just talk you guys through it. Those 3.5+ minutes until we get back underway here. But it's been a great game. I hope you guys stick around for the rest of it. Ben, a player that you're looking for to have a big impact on the second half for Mauldin.
Well, I'd say to have a big impact, but I got to say to continue to have a big impact as he has all season. Kelvin Johnson.
Big Kelvin Johnson guys over here.
Absolutely been a workhorse carrying the ball for Mauldin this year. Been a huge part of the offense and really frees up whether it's Emery or David on the field to go deep to his targets. But he's already got 10 rushes for 77 yards tonight and a couple of touchdowns. So, yeah, he had a huge game against Greenville, really almost helped us win that game. And every other game, he's had a huge game, including one of the nastiest stiff arms I've ever seen in high school football at Hampton.
That was very, very mean of Kelvin Johnson. But going back to it, Mauldin's always really had two running backs, and going into the year, we didn't really know who that second one was going to be. Obviously, we knew it was going to be Randy as one of them, but we didn't know Kelvin Johnson was going to step up. It's always been George Ford, Randy Caldwell, Nick Scott last year. The year before, it was Jordan Franklin and George Ford, and then before that, Raekwon and Jay Frank and all those boys.
Those 2 years went from Raekwon and Jay Frank to Raekwon and George Ford are the two things that come to mind when you describe the Mauldin 2 running back system. It's always two solid running backs, and those back-to-back years, we had two of the best running backs in the state back-to-back. I mean, and it's always been like that with Mauldin, and it's the same this year. Kelvin Johnson and Deuce Caldwell are really, I mean, if you look at it, obviously Deuce Caldwell's the linebacker first, but he is highly recruited at running back if he never played linebacker.
And I brought it up to some people I met at the UNC football game last week when I was at Chapel Hill, but I brought up the prospect of what if UNC finds a need in the room for running back due to injury or whatever, and they turn Deuce back into a full-time running back, because UNC's always had lots and lots of linebackers, and especially this year, we've been limited past the first two guys at running back. But what if Deuce continues like how he is? Does Mac Brown and Phil Longo, do they find a spot for Deuce Caldwell running back, or does he stick with linebacker? That's the question I brought up, and the consensus answer was they stick with him at linebacker, but I would love to see it both. College football is a crazy game.
I mean, South Carolina
lots of
had
things
a grad
happen
assistant starting at quarterback,
and so much can happen, and because he just has a gifted football body. He has a football body.
I mean, you see quarterback. I mean, obviously the first thing that comes to mind is kind of like a speed quarterback turn into a wide receiver or a running back, but you see running backs turn to linebackers and vice versa happen a lot. It's not an uncommon thing.
We had our starting quarterback get turned into a linebacker who got drafted in the 5th round, and Chaz Surratt, one of the best linebackers in the country last year, probably second after James Skalski and Micah third after James Skalski and Micah Parsons in the whole country last year. And he was in his second year of his life playing linebacker, never played linebacker in high school, and just all of a sudden turned from starting quarterback to one of the best starting quarterback to one of the best linebackers in the country.
And if there's any
that's a much bigger shift than Deuce Caldwell, who was tearing up this state at running back. It's a much bigger jump than Deuce Caldwell going from a linebacker back to a running back.
I mean, any Clemson fans listening might know. I mean, this is kind of a throwback, but Josh Sapp's dad, I can't remember his father. I know Warren Sapp was a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
But his father played for Clemson, and he got turned from a quarterback into a linebacker and became a very solid linebacker for Clemson. So it's not an uncommon thing to see. I mean,
position changes
when they go to college, go to their high school secondary position, and end up being very good. So he's just such an all-around athlete. He hits like a truck on either side of the ball. We've seen it plenty tonight.
And he's not slow either. He's not slow.
No, he has some speed, and he has really good hands as well. I mean, that's definitely not something to look past.
100% agree. Both teams back out onto the field now. It clocks at 2 minutes until this game gets back underway. I believe it's going to be Bowling Springs ball. Am I correct, Landon? Bowling Springs ball. And they trail 30-0. Bowling Springs, what needs to change for them in the second half?
I mean, unless they can find a way to crack this offense, there's nothing to be done. I mean, their defense hasn't been great, but they've made Mauldin look a little shaky at times. And Emery Watson, he's a young quarterback.
He's going to make mistakes.
Junior, but he's got a very young career.
But he's going to make mistakes. So just brace yourself and don't make a big deal about it. Just learn from it.
If you can find a way to get some pressure on Emery Watson, you got to contain the outside. There's no way to get through him to the middle.
Yep.
If you can get some outside linebacker blitzes, find a way to contain him in the pocket and force him to throw downfield. That's the best way to stop him. But even then, you got to find a way to put 30 points on the board. And that's just not going to happen in one half against Mauldin. I don't care who you are.
Especially when you can't figure out what you're doing at quarterback. They have Husky and Wingo, who have combined 1 for 7 and 16 yards. So they got to figure that out. Of course, stopping the Mauldin offense is a challenge, but when you can't score points of your own, that really means nothing. About 55 seconds left until we start back underway. I'm going to turn it back over to Landon. I think Elijah's going to get back on. And then once Elijah has to leave, Ben will take over. But back over to Landon and Elijah now.
So we've got former president and vice president taking over a little bit of halftime show.
Welcome back, folks, to the start of the third
See if we
half.
can get a little bit of David here. He
Or
got a
the
little
second
banged
half.
up last week. So we get a little action with him. I don't see him. Well, I do see him. He's not warming up, though. He's down on the field. Not warming up, though, so we'll see.
Hey, man, you can there's no point
Never mind. Ben's coming back on. I got Ben Connors. He's going to be taking over. Boy, Elijah's on color. Come on, hurry up. Gets in a huddle. Ready. Come back out for second half. Aiden Haynes will kick it off for the Mavs.
Jameson was listening when we were talking.
Deep still in the huddle now. Get something.
For the comfort of those around you, please remember that Mauldin High School is the nursery facility. Also, to allow players to greet each other and for coaches to meet with their teams, fans are not allowed on the field following tonight's
That's
game.
mine.
Wait in the stands so your players will come to you.
Yeah. Or should be in that little bookcase that you got. Team's finally coming back out now. So once again, Bowling Springs going with man all the way in the backfield, but by himself. So Aiden Haynes coming on for the kickoff. Got a ball man back. Steps up, kicks away. Ball caught around 5. Goes right through his hands once again, back into the end zone. And they're going to call a touchback.
Would that not be a light ball? It's a dumb rule.
So
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Any other level, that's a live ball, but high school and lower, once it crosses that goal line, it turns into a touchback. So
could have been the second time they would have got
a break there.
That's been the third time on a kickoff they've dropped it.
I just got to mention what a region we have this year. It is stacked. Woodmont has absolutely turned up this year. Hillcrest is solid as ever. TL Hanna, obviously, always going to be a good football program. And as I say that, Woodmont is down 28-7 to Easley High School.
Ball handed up right off the middle and caught by a good amount of Mauldin jerseys.
Good penetration there from the Mauldin defensive line just to stop the running back in the backfield there.
Caden Jeter going to be credited with the tackle.
What a game going on over with the Rams of Hillcrest. 28-28 knotted up with Wren. As a Mauldin fan, I would love to see Wren pull that out.
2 receivers each side. Still got Wingo in as the quarterback.
Always love to see Hillcrest lose, no matter who they're playing.
Wingo's going to come back, roll out. Surprise, he's got 3 Mauldin defenders chasing him. Payne Fisher leading it. Ball thrown up. It's thrown away. Out of bounds, being chased by 3 Mauldin players. Payne Fisher was leading.
Good penetration there from the defensive line, but even better coverage downfield just to make sure that Wingo has nowhere to go with the ball. It's classic Mauldin defense right there. Flush the quarterback, but keep it covered downfield.
All right, so 3rd and 12 First down at 30-yard line. And we'll have same formation once again, 2 receivers each side.
And back to our region, even Man's a lot better this year. I mean, it's weird to see him have a winning record.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened since Coach Yance was the quarterback. Riverside is very good this year. I mean, it's weird.
I mean, Jalen Man's up Wadeham 35-7. So
I
mean, that's not saying
hope
much.
so.
But not saying much, but still. So everybody's going to throw a quick route, little screen route. Barrage Page breaks the tackle, and Deuce Caldwell comes around the legs. A little bit of late hit. Ball comes out after he was already down. So they're going to get a 2-yard gain there. Back to the original line of scrimmage. And player down
there from the Mavericks, led by Deuce Caldwell, but he had about 4 or 5 players right there behind him to make sure the tackle got wrapped up. But we got a Bowling Springs player down around the 20. Excuse me.
I think that might have been Wingo.
And hopefully this isn't anything too serious. The Bowling Springs player's taking a knee. Hopefully it's just a cramp. It looks to be something with his leg.
We're still moving around a little bit. Still got trainers out there. It is going to be a 4th and 10 either way. Still sitting on the ground. See if they try to. T.O. Hannah's being their rival West Side over in Anderson, 30-14 right now. So West Side did have a pretty good year last year, but
West Side, I mean, not the best team, but they had a huge win against Burns, a 64-62 shootout earlier in the year. And Burns is no slouch. I mean, their record shows 1-3, but to beat Burns, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah. Burn. Yeah.
I mean, one of those losses to Greer, I mean, that's pretty excusable. Even Belton Honia Path, I mean,
it's only 3-point
you
loss.
can understand that one. The one to, I mean, I don't.
Hart
County's from Georgia. I was about to say that's one I've never heard of, but
from Hartwell,
they must
Georgia.
be pretty good because it was a 63-28 blowout. But they are losing the TL Hannah 30-14. But I mean, that's fair. TL Hannah still running that wing bone. Looks like an offense from the 60s, but boy, does it work. Had us stumped last year. That was Recravius Wingo, the quarterback. That
not
14. I can't hear.
Quez Thomas.
Thomas that went down.
Probably going to come back out. Going to get a punt return.
It's taking a little adjusting seeing some of these new Mauldin faces. It's kind of weird to not know everybody.
Low snap. Pick it up, get it kicked over to Aaron Bones. He's going to let it bounce on 40. Go a little sideways. Going to let it roll. Ball's just going to be picked up around 47 or 42, excuse me. The Mauldin offense going to come back out.
It's going to be great field position here for the Mauldin offense. Let's see how long Emory stays in before they give David another chance. Obviously, David's start of the year, and I'll have you confirm this because I haven't been keeping up like you have. I've been pretty busy up at Montreat, but as far as I know, David started the year through the Greenville game, got hurt in the 4th quarter. Emory came in, showed out, and has been the starter since.
Yeah. 2 receivers to each side. Johnson's to the right of Watson. Watson comes back, handoff up the middle of Johnson. Johnson tackled. About a 3-yard gain.
That play didn't go for much, but just the burst of speed that Johnson had as soon as he touched the ball really stood out to me. He is an athlete. And it looks like another Bowling Springs player down. Looks like he's holding his knee.
Second injury.
Or no, he's not. He's holding his stomach.
Yeah. That's what you're saying about Emory and David. So David did get the start. But we were watching the Greenville game. We weren't able to broadcast because they ended up room in the press box. But if you watch, it was on TV. Stands were packed there, and it was on the radio. But they did. Shear got injured in the 4th quarter. Watson showed up, and he showed a lot of improvement since we've seen him. And you see him in JV. You saw him playing with guys. He was a lot better than last year, but he's stepped up. He showed why he's the starter now. He's able. they're two very different quarterbacks is the main thing. Shear's a guy, he'll stay in the pocket for 5 seconds. You get rid of it. Watson, he'll do some of the bootlegs plays so he can either run or throw. He's very more dual threat. David's more of the pocket passer type. But they're still pretty. They both got pretty good arms on them. But
It's Malik Harper who went down, senior linebacker. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. As the Mauldin offense takes the field again, it's still Emory in at quarterback.
second down and 7. Going with the 2 running backs. Going to do something on the left, Kelvin on the right. Shotgun snap to me. Another handoff, Kelvin. Kelvin's going to get a couple blocks, cut right through the middle. Almost breaks target. Tackled around the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. First down from the Mavs.
And that's why you feed those big boys up front. Gave him a hole. I mean, a trailer could have drove through. I mean,
that's one thing.
That was as wide as the interstate.
Last year, the offensive line was definitely caused some question marks in the beginning of the season. This year, it's been perfect. Johnson going to come back. He's going to get a little bit. He's going to dive for about a 6-yard gain, 6-7-yard gain.
The offensive line looks really solid right now. I mean, the first name that stands out to me is my boy Caleb Faust running over there at center. I mean, I haven't seen anybody get past him all night, but I mean, all 5 of those guys have looked very solid so far tonight.
Yeah. You got Jonathan Tucker on the line, younger brother of Jameson Tucker, playing at Coastal right now. High snap's going to get Deuce Collar. Deuce is going to bounce to the outside, cut back in. Get a little past the first, about a yard past the first, about a 4-yard gain. First and 10, or see if they bring up.
I love seeing this kind of drive from the Mauldin offense from any offense. I mean, get 4 or 5 yards every play, run down the clock, get your yards, and I mean, just absolutely exhausting the defense. That's how you do it right there.
Same formation again.
Probably won't happen here, but with more space, that creates opportunities to go over the top.
Kelvin Johnson's going to get it on. He's going to come out to the outside, cut back in, get a couple blocks, stiffs on, push. Is he going to get? They will get in. Kelvin Johnson, a third touchdown of the night.
Tough running right there, not going down easily. We've seen it all night. Just keeps those feet turning. Basic football, but it's not something you see all the time. When you can keep those feet churning when 3 guys are draped on you, that's pure strength right there, and that's exactly what he's been showing all night and all season.
One thing I like about Kelvin, he'll use his speed as much as he'll use his strength. He doesn't rely on just his strength. And he shot there. He just first time he got explosive out of the hole and then just carried the team for the rest of the thing. So Aiden Haynes is going to come on for his 5th PAT.
I mean, solid night so far for Kelvin Johnson. I mean, the thing that stands out to me is that burst of speed as soon as he touches the ball. I mean, as soon as he touches the ball, by the time the defense has really done anything, he's already to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Now but when he's got that burst of speed behind him, he's hard to bring down. He's just one of those guys that, as long as the offensive line doesn't collapse, you can bet on him to gain 3 to 4 yards every play. But I mean, he's averaging 8 yards a run tonight, and that is, I mean, those are solid numbers right there. He's got 14 carries for 116 yards and a solid little 3 touchdowns.
I mean, the only time you ever see Kevin Johnson go down in the backfield is you're going to have 3 guys back there tackling him. That's the only time you're going to see him tackling the backfield.
Play by the O-line. I mean, he's just so fast. As soon as the ball touches his hands, he's already past the line of scrimmage by the time the defense has time to react.
Yeah, I've already seen 3 plays when he's gone backwards, and that still has not been for more than about 2 yards. It's still been a very little loss. So he knows how to use his strength and when to use it.
I mean, a guy that really reminds me of is classic Wayne Gallman for Clemson football. Yeah. As long as the offensive line did not break down, he was gaining yards. Kirk Herbstreit, I love the way he described him. Every time Kirk Herbstreit broadcasted Clemson, he was a slasher. Fast and strong.
It's a good way to describe both Wayne Gallman and Kelvin Johnson. Kind of a good way to describe Ford last year, too. Not as much, but still. Hey, this comes on for the kick. Get straight on to the left hash. Cutter on the 1-yard line. Returnable comes up past 30, gets a couple blocks, breaks through the middle. Finally tackled. Oh, he's going to break it. Wow. Tackled at the 32. So another good return. One positive for Bowling Springs. That's been their return game. They've been getting around 25 yards every return they've done.
So far, I mean, the offense, like I said during the halftime show, looked a little shaky at the start, but I mean, the only real criticism I have is we do give up a lot of returns on a lot of return yards. And honestly, since we've been broadcasting, that's been Mauldin's Achilles heel of his special teams and kick return specifically.
Well, we've still been doing good on our returns, so it's just we got to stop them.
Yeah, it's never been a problem on our side. I remember classic Raekwon Fenderson when we were sophomores. Yeah. Every time he caught a punt, you were holding your breath. I mean, you're looking at.
That's going to be a timeout from Bowling Springs.
And, yeah, Bowling Springs had to call a timeout to prevent a delay game. But, I mean, every time Raekwon Fenderson caught a punt or a kick, you're just sitting there like, he just needs one block and he's gone. I remember the spin move against Hillcrest our sophomore year. That was the loudest through my only 2 years in the Mauldin student section I've heard it get.
We do have a new special teams coordinator. We had Tim Broker now. He's second year. First year was last year, so he's up from Chicago area. So it's his second season, first season we're playing. So could have a little something to do with
Raekwon
it.
Went to Limestone, didn't he? Is he still there? Where's he at now? No. Of course, we still don't like Raekwon because he went to Hillcrest. Sure. Never going to forgive him for that, but it was fun watching him play in the orange.
David Shear's warming up on the bottom. Warming up Caleb Prowse. Just getting a couple snaps in right now. Not really throwing it, but they feel coming from the next possession we get. But right now it's 1st and 10 from the 32.
And this Bowling Springs offense, it's always a really bunched look from them.
I know. They've been doing that a couple games. They'll be coming out, do this for a drive, then they'll come out in the spread formation like we usually do.
Yeah.
They're just trying to confuse our defense
very
pretty much.
Bunched, and I mean, I could see what's behind that, but when you got Aaron Bowens and Jaden Lucas as the ones containing the edge, it's not always going to work.
I mean, they've only gone that. I mean, they haven't really thrown any deep. They've thrown a couple deep balls, but I mean, one was to Jaden Lucas. You're not going to catch that. You're not going to be able to catch that.
Yeah, hard to do that. I mean,
they tried to throw one on Aaron Bowens. That one was overthrown. And they tried to just throw one deep across the middle. I was just overthrown again. But
I mean, whenever you see four-star, 5-star cornerbacks, I mean,
takes to the outside. Bowens pulls up that tackle.
But whenever you see teams that have 4-star, 5-star corners, you're obviously always going to throw it to the other side, but it doesn't help when you've got Aaron Bowens on the other side.
It's kind of like what we had a couple years ago when we had Drew Phillips starting. They threw to Jaden side, and Jaden obviously busted out, came out. Yep. I mean, he's listed as a better player than Andrew Phillips is, but they're pretty similar. Jaden definitely has the edge, but they're both great players. Andrew Phillips is over at Kentucky right now. Ball's going to come out to the right side. He's going to have to scramble once again. Payne Fisher coming back. He's going to throw it away into the fans.
Keep him awake. I like that.
That's going to be a flag on a late second. It looked like players are saying a couple things to each other.
I don't see this.
They're calling intentional grounding.
He was well off the pocket.
Yeah, I think he was very much out of the pocket.
I don't
really agree with that call.
He was.
I mean, there wasn't a receiver in the area, but it was still he was still out of pocket.
Get past the line of scrimmage. That's the only. That might have been it.
I mean, the line of scrimmage at 32.
Yeah, I think that was it.
I guess I would have went out for it because I mean it landed. I mean,
it landed in the student section.
Yeah,
across at the student section.
Yeah, so if it goes out, so now it's going to be a 3rd and very long, all the way back at 13.
3rd and got to get to the 42 from the 13. That it's yet another 3rd and 31.
That's the first penalty of the second half. We had 16 in the first half, so we don't call as much.
How many 3rd and 30 pluses have we seen tonight, Andrew? This is number 3.
All right, once again,
welcome
come out
to South Carolina high school football.
Gonna bring a blitz off the edge. Jada Lucas, he gets away from Jada Lucas. First time Jada Lucas comes back. The second time, make up for his play. Gets his sack off the corner blitz all the way back at the 4-yard line. Bring up a 4th down and very long. Don't even feel like doing that math.
And I like that call there. Kind of reminds me of something you'd see Brent Venables do with the Clemson defense. Yeah. 3rd and long, send him.
Right. So 3rd and 38, punting from the back, or 4th and 38, punting from there back at the end zone. They have a pretty solid punter. That's really been their special teams.
Really on touch. He's got to be careful here with that back foot.
I'm bringing Jaden. Jaden's up there. So don't be surprised Jaden's going to come off that blitz.
Expect Mauldin to bring the heat here.
They're actually not going to bring a heat. That's going to send everybody back. Aaron Bowen's going to catch that around the 41. He goes nowhere. Great.
Very good coverage there from William Worley. I mean, Aaron Bowen, we know how dangerous this Mauldin punt return can be with the two returners back there. I mean, between Fred Pearson and Aaron Bowens, they both got a lot of speed, and they just got to shed one tackle, and it gets dangerous for the opposing side. So very good job to make that first tackle. It's very important when defending against the punt return of any team, but especially against Mauldin.
There's one thing. Aaron Bowens had 2 massive returns. He got one for 45 and one for 60 last week against Carolina. Set us up at 18-8. Now I got David Shear coming in at quarterback. Still got Johnson in around and going to hand off to Johnson. Johnson breaks through the middle, breaks through. He's got to use his speed. Breaks 10, 5, touchdown. Easily. Kelvin Johnson, 42 yards.
And I know
4th touchdown of the game.
I know I just compared him to Wayne Gallman, but that was Travis Etienne.
Yeah, that was 100% of Travis Etienne. Break right through the middle.
The line, and just not enough time for the defense to react. He's just too fast, and he was gone.
Well, first play for David of the night. This does nothing, but hey, take that.
It's 14 rushes for 153 yards and 4 touchdowns. We are seeing a prime George Ford-like performance out of Kelvin Johnson tonight.
Hey, this is the thing George Ford was doing last year. Kelvin Johnson's only a junior, so he's got one more year in him.
Well, that's what George Ford was doing as a junior.
Yeah, I know. Owen Coley makes PAT. But, I mean, George Ford, they both had pretty good junior years.
As solid as Mauldin's defense is, not even solid, as elite as Mauldin's defense is in the scope of South Carolina high school football, have not seen a shutout yet this season.
Our team can't play without them, so we want to take time to thank Tropical Grove for tonight's meal. Visit them at 108 North Main Street right here in Mauldin, or find them online at etg.com.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I think you shared that with me. Or go to my phone book. I think you shared that with me. Okay.
And Mauldin taking their time to get out here for the kickoff. I'm assuming there's a little bit of rotation going on, just making sure everybody's on the same page.
Hayden Hain is going to come off for the kickoff. Haynes again taking his time. Come up, kick the ball off the left hash mark. Caught around the 9-yard line. Turnway goes to the outside, gets a block. Finally brought down around the 30-yard line. Another good return from Bowling Springs.
Number 6, Sam Williams on the carry. Got by number 40, Blake Sam.
A couple of backups starting to get in. Shane Looks and Deuce Caldwell both off the field right now. And 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Oh, Williams on his left. Low snap's going to roll out, going to look. He's got still looking. He's going to throw against. Great throw, great catch. Catch is by number 12, Caron Hines. There's another flag. Bring it. Yeah.
Holding called against the Bulldogs.
supposed to be rushing because there's all-purpose right there. All-purpose is right there, so it's got to be rushing.
It's touchscreen, Ben. We're going to come out for now first down and 25. Another snap going to be handoff across the middle, goes to the outside. Aaron Bowens knocks him out of bounds.
We were checking to see if there's any chance Kelvin Johnson has of getting the most rushing touchdowns in a game for Mauldin, but
Dre Massey.
Dre Massey back in 2013 with 7 against this very opponent, Boiling Springs.
Yeah. That's who a lot of the records were broken against. Bowling Springs, probably all in the same game.
What a game it was. Just rolling through that game, he had 558 yards of total offense. 356 of those were rushing. 320. Oh, wait, never mind. That's a different game. He had 11 total touchdowns that game. I mean, that is something only Dre Massey will ever put up. That will never
gonna
be matched.
Roll out to the right. Gonna have to throw back. It's gonna be thrown into coverage. Fred Pearson intercepted at the 38-yard line. His 3rd interception of the year.
And what a player Fred Pearson has been, stepping up into the shoes of A.J. Flood back there at safety. A.J. Flood obviously now at Mars Hill at their football program. But Fred Pearson, we knew he'd be solid this year. We didn't know exactly what position he'd be thrown into, but he's been thrown into safety, and he has done an incredible job on both sides of the ball. And for everybody who wants to pay attention to basketball coming up in December, he will also be a solid basketball player for the Mavericks.
We also got Emery Watson also. He'll be playing basketball as well. I was talking about Watson. He's coming as a receiver right now.
My boy, Chad Berger, has hit the field at running back. This is what I'm here for.
Shearing the shotgun. Got Berger to the right.
Give it to Chad.
We hand off to Chad Berger. Goes, yeah, going to fight for. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Way to keep those feet churning, Chad.
Number 25, Chad Berger on the day.
Starting to get chilly up here.
Landon, I know you're not complaining about being chilly, man. It was 40 degrees this morning.
That's why I'm not going to college in Virginia.
It's a struggle up there in the mountains.
Yeah. So I'm not going to live up in the mountains. I'll go visit for a week. That's all I'm doing. It's on official timeout.
I like to do this every year since it's been a while since we've seen a state championship out of Mauldin High School. Football's looking solid, but Landon, give me your best guess. If a program's going to win a state championship this year, who's it going to be?
Best guess for that? Jesus. Bowens goes to the outside. He's going to get about 10 yards on a comeback route. So David Shear is going to complete his first pass of the night. The best team to win a state. The thing is, all our teams are solid, but I don't know if any of them are state. That's the thing. They're all very solid.
I've got my guess, but it's going to be a little
It's going to be golf, yeah.
It's going to be men's golf.
I mean, they definitely have a chance.
State didn't go too well for us, but
we're
returning Major Lenning, number 4 player in the state, number 1 first class. Backed up by Jay Wilkins, who's sitting in I believe in the 20s, somewhere around 25, and then Evan Easy going to fill in the 3 spot, promising sophomore, and then Jackson Armbruster, only an 8th grader, but he's put up some solid tournament results. Mauldin's got a squad on that golf team, so when spring rolls around, make sure to keep an ear out. They got a good chance at state.
2 Shears to both sides. Berger on the right side of Shear. Seconds on the play clock. Snap's going to look. Going to go on it. Come back. Good catch. Looked like could have been interference. No flag. But a great catch by Caden Brown.
I mean, the next program it kind of rolls around to basketball. It's there every year. You always think they have a chance. Returning Caleb Burr, Drake Downs, 2 huge names, played huge parts on the team last year. And then, like I mentioned earlier, Fred Pearson's going to be solid. Reddick Owens only getting better.
2 Shears to each
girls
side.
Tennis made it to the state championship last year, but fell. But they have a very solid program. There's my boy.
Ran a speed option. Berger got flipped.
Getting flipped over. We eat those, Chad.
That's going to be a flag thrown very late. Probably going to be at a Probably going to be taunting or something of that sort. They've been very aggressive on the taunting stuff this year. It happened during the Spartanburg and Greenville game. All Jaden did.
I can't stand that.
Like all
Boys
Jaden
have
did, he
fun.
just knocked the ball away and he just did like the incomplete sign. Didn't say anything, just simply just did an incomplete sign. They got flagged for it twice. So he stopped doing that now, but still.
I mean, it's high school football. Let
Yeah.
the boys have fun.
I mean, that was one thing that while I was listening to the broadcast of the 105.5. I mean, they were just saying, let the kids have fun. I mean, which is right. I mean, no
I mean,
point
as
in
long
taking
as
the
it
fun out of
doesn't-
football.
I mean, there is a line to be crossed. I will say that, but
I mean, yeah.
from what I've seen, I haven't seen that line get anywhere near crossed. But I've seen a lot of laundry come out for it.
3 steers to the right, or 3 steers to the left, 1 to the right. Burger on the right side. It's going to be a 1st and 20. Or 2nd and 20.
But when you are the number one player in the state, you're going to be held to a certain standard.
He's got one-on-one. Aaron Bowens throws it up. Aaron comes back. Touchdown. Aaron Bowens.
That's a perfectly placed ball there from David Shearer. He knows that the corner is expecting it to be out towards the back pylon. Aaron does a great job of adjusting, getting in front of the receiver, and then it's an easy catch, a corner, and that's an easy catch there.
His 3rd touchdown of the game.
And that was really good coverage.
So.
I mean, the defensive back did his job, all of it except for turning his head. I mean, if the head's turned, he knows it's going to be to the front pylon. He could get in front of that, at least bat it down, maybe even intercept it. Just got to get that head turn. Aaron Bones did a good job of getting in front of the receiver and getting his hands out there to make that catch.
So Owen Colby going to come on for his PAT. Low kick goes through though. So it brings score up 51-0. Yep, we do have a 50 burger.
In the 3rd quarter, we love to see it. Hey.
They finally booked the 50 because of us.
Oh, we got a 50 against Wade
No, we
Hampton.
didn't.
That was 48.
It was
What?
60.
No, it was 60. Yeah, last week was 48-13. It was 60-13.
Still, we came back for a 50 burger.
Good job.
Because of us.
We also came back because bowling strings, but hey,
Better than Wade Hampton.
Sure.
It's still better than Carolina.
sure. Carolina's ranked 3rd worst in the state, so.
It's very hard to get worse than Carolina. And that's Max Preps. It's probably 2 teams that haven't played a game. It's probably 2 teams that don't exist anymore.
Probably.
2 schools like that school you're talking about earlier doesn't exist anymore, and Max Preps just hasn't realized yet.
They probably keep Fountain High School in there, even though they
That's got to be it. I don't even think they're on Max Preps yet.
No, Fountain Inn.
No, they only have C teams.
Yeah.
They
Because
only have
it's just freshman
They're
class
building
for Fountain Inn, so all their players are going to be playing at Hillcrest.
I'm
Like
really
all their
glad I'm not
D
4
teams,
years younger because I'd have a very good chance of going to Fountain Inn High.
And Haynes comes up. Gets him. Caught around the 3-yard line. Comes back out to the right side. He's going to get a couple blocks. Breaks through the middle. Runs off his own player almost. Back around the 30-yard line.
I thought that was the student sections going at it for a second, but it's the bands.
Yeah.
I actually kind of respect it.
It kind of sounds cool with the drums and everything.
No, I gotta say I mess with Boiling Springs' band. They're getting into
They
it.
only got like 8 people over there, but still.
They are getting into it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they know the down 51
Oh, wait,
to
that is
0.
the student section. I was looking in the wrong place for the student section.
I mean, as we expected, the student section has pretty much cleared out.
But is it better than the Gaffney Indian dance? The Indian dance, where the cheerleaders run around the mascot. I'll never forget that. I mean, I was depressed because we had lost to Gaffney, but I still couldn't get over the Indian dance. That's my favorite thing in high school football. Yeah, we did junior year. Yes. Wasn't on color for it, but I was there. Junior year.
Oh, when they were here?
Yeah.
They did it here?
Yeah.
No.
We beat them?
I thought you were talking about.
No.
The shotgun snap going to come off. Going to look for the slant. Gets tackled. Ryan. Or Nathan Goss, excuse me. He's in the backfield.
I also know Nathan Goss.
Yeah, he has been stepped up a lot this season.
Fun fact, Nathan Goss's mother works with my mother at the Palmettos of Mauldin right across the street.
Cool.
So I know of Nathan Goss. Yeah, I mean, you could look at it that way.
They're going to have 2 to each side. Start spreading it out a little more. And a ball goes down to the side. It comes back. Peyton Fisher. Peyton Fisher picks it up. Oh, he's fumbling it. But we're going to get that in the end zone either way.
That's a smart play there
Touchdown.
from Peyton Fisher to pick it up, but then fumble
Peyton
it again
Fisher.
back into the end zone. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but if it was,
We'll
very
see,
smart
yeah.
play there.
Peyton Fisher is another guy who has shown up a lot this season. He's kind of like a Von Miller almost. He's very athletic, but he still plays the D line. He's had a couple plays where he just comes up to the D line. He'll just jump and deflect the ball. He's had a couple chances at interception. He's got 1 interception off the deflection, but
I do remember that against Spartanburg.
yeah,
That was
he
a
did
very
that.
clutch interception.
So he got that. He's definitely had some chance at more, but that's going to be his first fumble recovery. So
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but if it was on purpose, very, very smart play there from Peyton Fisher.
oh, Kobe going to come on. Henry Watson holding this time. Mauldin takes the lead 58-0. The quarterback almost felt like a Cam Newton. Like, he didn't even go down for the ball. He just didn't. I mean, he probably wouldn't have got it because Peyton Fisher had all that momentum, and he's probably a lot stronger. But he still just kind of didn't go down.
Is the 80 taco on the board? It's going to be tough, but it's out there. What game was it where we came out with the 80 taco? Maybe it was 70. I remember it was one of the Mauldin games. We just blew out somebody last year. It wasn't man. It wasn't easily. I don't know who it was. Maybe it was 60. I just remember we came up with something else because we scored that many. Maybe it was 60 taco.
Haynes is coming on. Kickoff once again. Kicks away once again to the left hash mark. Caught around the 7. Brings it out. And then goes to the right side. Get a couple blocks. Breaks to the middle. Final. Gets back around 24. Good coverage that time from the Mavs.
Maybe it was some man game, but we just didn't get it. Where is that? Is that at Wren or Hillcrest?
That's Wren. Wren and Hillcrest. Tied at 35 right now. Ball's going to hand it off straight up the middle. Break one tackle. Gets to the outside. Has a couple blocks. Gets past the 40-50. Going to mark him out. Fouls at the 47.
Really
and a flag all the way back at the 26.
Really the first big chunk play of the night for Boiling Springs.
Could be coming back, though.
Just good blocking and a good job to get out past Jaden Lucas there on the edge to get a big gain. And it's going to be called back. Actually, is Jaden Lucas in? It looks like rotation time.
No, yeah, Jaden's not in right now. They put Jaden and Deuce. They're both on the side. Deuce is talking to Kevin, of course. Yeah, Bones is on the side.
It's Tori Young that came in for Jaden, and
yeah, that's another name to
on
look
the
at.
Near side, is that 14? Oh,
Yep.
It's 11. That's 14. Don't have a 14. Classic Mauldin roster.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, that's
the,
probably is a JV guy.
Remember like Mystery 53 or something like that? Man, all the memories are coming back to me. We just called him Mystery Man all season.
Mystery Man. You're not going to got a name at all? Did you ask? Or you'll just go by that?
I think we figured it out, but we just didn't care once we figured it out.
Two receivers each are going to come across a little slant route
It was JP.
and be tackled at 15. Oh, they're going to 15.
Number 12, Tyron Hines. Brought down by number 30, Josh Cheek.
Cheek.
It's Jacob James, who's in at quarterback for Boiling Springs now. Third quarterback of the night for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, two to each side. Probably going to be the last play of the third. Ball handed off right in the middle. Gets good block. It's pass, cuts to the outside. Brace, or almost broke a tackle. Got tackled by the legs. 20-yard gain almost. That's going to be the final play of the third. Mauldin leads 58-0. 12 minutes left.
In the third quarter with the score, Mauldin 58, Boiling Springs 0. You have to say tonight to the visitor side, Unit 38, sponsored by our friends at New South Construction Supply. The Southeast leading supplier of construction supplies and building materials for commercial and residential contractors. Since 1981, they've helped people get the job done right, on time, and on budget. Visit them online at newsouthsupply.com or call them locally at 263-4376.
A bit to the left, one to the right. Williams on the right side. Coming right through the middle. Breaks the tackle and gets finally brought down around the 32.
Ken Williams on the carry. Stop by number 30, Josh Cheek. First down, Bulldogs.
Got two receivers each side. Williams on the left side. And handoff once again. Williams once again tackled. He's found two players. Get there. They're tackling on 42.
Brought down by number 32, Trey Matney.
Solid play there from Trey Matney, not give up on that play. Holding on for dear life to make that tackle. I mean, that's the kind of hustle you like to see.
He's one of the fan faves here. Doesn't get a lot of playing time, but still. Ball's going to roll out. He's going to he's going to get rid of it, and that's going to be an intentional grounding. Maybe. Nope. Actually, that's not because we touched it. Yeah.
Technically, he was getting hit.
Yeah, but still incomplete pass, almost intercepted. Deuce is happy about that. That's me at third and about 4. We've got two receivers to each side. See if they go for a little bit of like a screen pass. That little bubble screen could be happening in that formation right now. There goes that little screen pass right at the outside. Breaks the tackle. Knocked out of bounds. 46. There you got that first down.
Pass completes to number 12, Tyron Hines.
Around Hides.
First down, Bulldogs.
Of course, 6-yard line, first down and 10.
I just want to see Colonel Sanders getting in.
First to the left, one to the right. Mauldin showing blitz. Bring blitz off the edge. Again, goes straight up the middle. A hard tackle by Nathan Goss. Almost tried to Zuflex him like the Ben Bower. He almost tried to Zuflex like Ben Bower did. Back formation once again. A little right side of Williams. Field. Again, going to go straight up the middle. Get to the outside. He's got a blocker on that outside. Cuts back in. And finally gets tackled. Maybe. Didn't even get tackled. They just had to stop him. Really, it's backups having a tough time tackling Cam Williams. 34-yard line. First down and 10. There's just the left, one to the right. Another handoff straight up the middle. He's going to go out to the outside. Break one tackle. Again, there comes a flag.
I believe this penalty is going to be holding on Boiling Springs.
Yeah, looked like he got a little bit of way at hold at first. Flag came in a little later.
Looked like Boyce Waters, a senior offensive lineman, was
I think it was holding
grabbing
Goss
a little
on
bit
that
too
outside.
much. Nathan Goss there.
Right, 19 penalties now for the whole game on both
Crazy.
teams. That's going to be 16 are in the
It's
first half, so
actually
that's good at least.
going against Mauldin. Thought for sure that was going to be a hold in.
Let's see what they call.
Personal foul called against the
Personal foul.
Wow. So that'll give Boiling Springs an extra 15 yards to tack onto that
Yeah.
run, and it's looking like Boiling Springs has a good chance to end the shutout now with 7.5 minutes left to go.
They've been shut out twice already. Hillcrest and Dorman both shut them out. So Naismith was talking over with that ref. So that 20-yard line inside the red zone. Now first and 10. Another handoff right in the middle. That time we push us forward a little bit. Ball's out. Looks like they got back on it. Actually going to mark him down. Say he was already down when the ball came out. So a little bit better there by Mauldin. Still could have probably had him for about a 2-yard gain. Still he'll fight his way forward for 3.
Number 6, Cam Williams. Brought down by number 9, Jaden Rader.
Got to give credit for Bowling Springs student section. Bowling Springs student section, seriously. They're still in this game. They're 58-0. It's only like 15 of them, but still. All waving flashlights, not knowing the score. Handoff goes to the outside. Comes back in. Once again, breaks a couple tackles. More rolls in. They mark him in. They are going to mark him in. Touchdown. Cam Williams ran all over our defense of that drive.
Yeah, and hopefully, I was hoping we'd see the first shutout of the season here tonight, but
I don't think
with 6
Mauldin's going to be
minutes
one of
left to
those
go. Boiling Springs is going to end that hope.
I don't think Mauldin is one of those teams that's going to – I mean, they'll get everybody some playing time if we're going to be blowing them out. I don't think Naismith really cares about shutting the team out.
No, and it's not his priority. And
His priority is just win.
But
I mean,
I would
obvious.
like to see a shutout.
Yeah, everybody would, but
Now, what that said is that the first string defense is first shutout. Because I know they didn't do it against Carolina.
No.
When did Wade Hampton score?
Wade Hampton scored. They scored on a first. Like they scored their first drive.
Okay,
So it wasn't against that.
So it is the first team defensive shutout.
Yeah. Yeah, Wade Hampton. I mean, we got a quick. It happened. Jaden Lucas got an interception. Then he got 2 catches. Like brought on. One was touchdown. Then they just got a huge little screen pass or slant. I brought them all the way down. Then they scored. It was 7-7 with like 10 minutes left, and then Mauldin just took away 41-7 at the end of the first quarter. So.
Happy anniversary, Angie and Jeff.
And first chance to see our Mauldin kick return. So probably going to have a lot of backups. I'm going to put Ray back there. Looks like I'm going to put it. Let me see who they are. Can't see who the other guy is. And come on, onside kick. That's going to hit. Yeah, I think that hit. Yeah, that comes to flag. Yeah, they did touch before it go 10 yards. So
that's a big mistake there from Boiling Springs.
They could have had that. That was like a pretty good onside
not
kick.
Prepared. Only had 2 guys over there.
Yeah, it was a pretty good kick.
Had gotten there seconds before the kick, so mistake there from Boiling Springs. That was a prime opportunity to recover that onside kick. But instead, it's going to be Mauldin's ball at the Boiling Springs 49.
Joey Chavez coming in. Got to play a little bit last week. Got his first varsity touchdown. So coming in 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. We got Lucas Dominic. Each plays tight end. Gonna be handoff straight up the middle. And they're gonna be tackled about a gain of 2. It's gonna be Torrey Henderson. He's gotten a little bit of playing time. He is the backup, or technically the backup. We know Deuce Caldwell is really the real backup, but listed as the backup.
Chad Berger got in before him. Respect my boy.
Yeah, he hasn't got to play much.
We love Chad.
Yeah. Everybody loves the Chad. There's a country named Chad.
Huh?
There's a country named Chad.
There is a country named Chad.
That's just weird.
It's always my World Cup country.
Right, 2nd and 8. Chavez in the shotgun, same formation. Hand off of the middle again to Henderson. Henderson falls forward. Give him about 2 again. So we've got a 2nd or 3rd and 6.
Torrey Henderson on the carry.
Well, Hillcrest is taking the lead against Wren 42-35.
And they've got the ball.
Well, it's going to be one thing. Is keeping the ball away. Keeping the ball away from Hillcrest's offense next week. This is very important. They've had a lot of explosive plays. Yep. Remind me, they got Bennett Judy, obviously their quarterback, who will end up playing college ball, probably D1.
I might have to find a way to get down here.
Chavez rolls out now, rolls to the right, going to take off himself. Knocked down, hard hit. Going to be another 2-yard gain. 4th and 4. But
the big thing with the Hillcrest game, oftentimes it comes down to a field position battle.
Yeah.
Because if I think back,
here's another thing. Hillcrest kicker and punter last year, Steven Dyer, he quit the team. because he said he did not want to play football anymore, so he just quit the
I
team.
didn't know
So that does give us a little bit of an advantage. I think we're
But I
going.
mean, the big thing with Hillcrest, it comes down to field position and time management. That's usually the two things that win. Every time I've watched it, it's come down to the last couple possessions. It's the team that can get out in front and is trying to defend those last couple possessions that often wins. And getting out in front early often comes down to field position. And then clock management. Hillcrest has always done a very good job of that against us when defending one of those leads. So if we can get out to an early lead and win the field position battle, which I really like this year with Aiden Hannes taking over our kicking duties, I think we'll have a very good chance to take the win against Hillcrest. But I'm not going to say we have a very good chance because that is the cardinal rule of Mauldin High Broadcast Network, which Peter Murphy broke last week. You never say you have a good chance to beat Hillcrest, no matter, even if they don't have a team. You don't say you have a good chance to beat them. They will find a way if you say we have a good chance. It's always happened.
Mauldin ran the clock out, called a timeout right before, so still 58-7, 2:43. But I mean, yeah, there's one thing. I mean, Hillcrest running back Logan Cauldron, also a junior. He's had a big year. He won Player of the Week first 2 weeks for Greenville County. He's definitely somebody to look out for. I just think if we can keep their offense off the field, if we just wear their defense down with the run game, I think we could win that game if we able to hold them out for a while. But also, I think we just need to. I would not mind seeing just a couple option plays ran next week just to keep Hillcrest defense on the heels.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I mean,
like an RPO would be a great thing because Emory is probably a pretty smart quarterback. RPO is pretty hard to run.
You got to move the ball early.
Yeah,
and that means Hillcrest is going to do everything on defense. They're going to do everything they can to shut down the big names in Kelvin Johnson and Deuce Caldwell. It's going to be a lot of moving it out to Fred Pearson and Jaden Lucas. So those are two big things. Is the I wouldn't say the fringe players, but not the guys that have the big chunk plays for us. The other guys to have huge plays on offense for us.
Point on that, they did not throw to Jaden's side at all last year.
Yeah,
they ran to his side 3 times.
Yeah, they did not.
0 times.
Yeah, that was probably the smart thing to do. But now this year with the Aaron Bowens coming up,
and we have an injury down on the field. Can't see the number, but hopefully not too serious. It's never good when the coach runs out there though. So hopefully it's nothing serious.
I just think, because if Hillcrest does what they did last year and not throw to Jalen Lucas' side.
Josh Cheek that went down. If that's anything serious, that's a big loss. You can't lose the long snapper.
Looks like
and I think that's evident in last year's game against TL Hanna that the long snapper is very important.
Yeah. Also, I'm still mad about that game because we could have won that game.
And if we would have won that game, we would have made playoffs and would have had a much better chance at region. Still lost to Hillcrest, and that was ultimately what. But if we would have won that game, it would have been a 3-way tie for region, wouldn't it? Because TL Hanna went on to beat Hillcrest.
Yeah. TL Hanna blew out Hillcrest. Just to each side. Come back. Looks deep. So one-on-one. Ball's going to be overthrown. Throwing in another mystery man, 82.
Probably another player to get called up from JV.
You see that throw? Jesus. I don't know what coach that was. He threw that perfectly, though. It was either Broca, Stone, or Naismith. I'm guessing Stone. Two at each side.
Again,
handoff up the middle is going to get about 7.
Cam Williams takes it up the middle for a solid chunk of yards there on second down.
Yeah, 64.
The headline for next week is Hillcrest's offense versus Mauldin's defense.
Yeah.
Respectively, probably the 2 best in the region on either side. So it's going to be if Hillcrest wins, they're probably going to put up some points. If we win, they're probably not. That's probably what's going to come down to.
And a cop flashing lights coming in. to the
This is
parking
just
lot.
interesting.
It's kind of scary. Coming here fast. Jesus Christ.
He is not playing around.
Not sure. Hopefully nothing's going on. We're going to go up the middle. It's again. What? So it's going to be a 4th down and 3. Looks like they're going to go for it. We're going to go for it on 4th and 3. Still the same formation as they have had. Oh, it's going to be a handoff, a read option. Going to be tackle. He's going to get that first down. Won't matter. It's going to be the end of the game. Mauldin wins 58-7. Bring their win streak up to 3 as we head into Hillcrest next week. Finish off the game. Emory Watts is 7 for 9 and 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. David Shear 3 for 3, 43 yards, 1 touchdown. Rushing side, Kelvin Johnson, 14 rushes, 153 yards, 4 touchdowns. Emory Watson, 1 rush, 3 yards. Deuce Caldwell, 6 rush, 44 yards. Chad Berger, 2 rush, 6 yards. Torrey Henderson, 2 rush, 4 yards. Jordy Chavez, 1 rush, 3 yards. Steven Shy, Jaden Lucas, 2 catches, 51 yards. Deuce Caldwell, 2 catches, 21 yards. Aaron Bones, 4 catches, 71 yards, 3 touchdowns. Brown, 1 catch, 11 yards. Aaron Bones, 3 tackles. Caden Jeter, 1 tackle. Josh Page, 4 tackles. Deuce Caldwell, tackles, 1 sack, 2 PBUs. Payne Fisher had a sack, fumble recovery, and a touchdown. Jane Lucas tackle and a sack. Ryan Gillette, 1 tackle, 1 deflection. Ray Peterson, 1 sack and 2 tackles. Fred Pearson, INT. Nathan Goss got a sack and a tackle. Peyton Fisher, oh, never mind. We already said that. My fault. Josh Sheik, 1 tackle. Trey Matney, 1 tackle. Jaden Ramley, deflection. So, go on to next week at Hillcrest. We're going to be Hillcrest will be traveling here next week. See the Golden Strip rivalry coming up next week. Landon Myers, Elijah France, Peter Murphy, and former Andrew Baxley and Ben Coggins. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.